Welcome to the Lead Pedal Podcast with your host, Bruce Outridge, where he talks all things trucking. Now let's get rolling.
Hey, how's everybody doing today? Welcome to another edition of the Lead Pedal Podcast. This is episode number 1011. 1011 in this Turnback Tuesday episode, and you know what that means. All right, folks, turn back the clocks, clean up the spokes. This is another edition of Turnback Tuesdays with your host, Bruce Outridge. All right, there you go. That's our Turnback Tuesday, and of course today our episode is focused on the first trucking television show. Do you remember when that is? Well, I think you're going to know when it is when I tell you when we come back. But before we come back, let's get into a little message from our friends over at Bison, shall we? You remember trucking television shows? Do you remember those trucking television shows? There were so many good ones. BJ and the Bear, Movin On, a whole bunch of others that came up. Well, which one was the first one? Well, the first one was from our friend. It's called Movin On. It was a TV series. Started, you've probably seen it. If you haven't seen it, you can go to check it out on YouTube. There's many things on it. It was actually started in 1974. It was an American drama television series. It ran for 2 seasons from 1974 to 1976 on NBC. And I gotta say, it's one of the greatest television shows about trucking I think that there was out there. Claude Atkins was the old-time independent big rig truck driver known as Sonny Pruitt, and Frank Converse was the college-educated co-driver Will Chandler. And the theme song, of course, Movin' On, was written and performed by Merle Haggard, and was number 1 single on the Billboard Hot Country Singles chart in 1975. And I gotta say, probably a lot longer than that, because I know so many people that have done Movin' On over again, including our friend Mr. Tony Justice. So the pilot episode was a made-for-television movie originally filmed titled In Tandem, a reference to the tandem axles on the tractor trailer. As well as that, they drove as a team and in tandem. The movie begins with Will sliding out of control in the truck he was driving due to poor maintenance of the brakes. After he manages to get the truck stopped, he drives to his truck stop and calls the company to quit his job. He then meets Sonny, a gypsy trucker, and they decide to try driving as a team, which works out well. So that's how they got together. I didn't even know that part. The truck tractor featured on the pilot episode was a dark green 1973 Kenworth W925, but was later changed to a 74 model for the series run. Movin' On was filmed on location all over the United States, including Glen Burnie, Maryland, Mobile, Alabama, Sedona, Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona, San Diego, San Francisco, California, Beaufort and Jonesboro, Georgia, Durham and Charlotte, North Carolina, Astoria, Portland, Dallas, the Dales, Seaside and Hood River, Oregon, and Norfolk, Virginia. Parts of the series were also filmed in Salt Lake City, Heber, and Midway, Utah. Atkins and Converse actually drove the trucks during the filming. There you go. A lot of actors don't actually do it. They've been trained and obtained their chauffeur's licenses for Forerunner to the commercial driver's license prior to making the pilot episode. So they actually were trained as truck drivers, which is pretty cool. And executive producers of the series were Barry Whites and Philip D'Antoni. Atkins later went on to appear in another trucking-related series, the more comedy-oriented BJ and the Bear. So there you go. That was a good one there. Glad to see them coming up. Love that. Go and check it out. You can see all kinds of it. Each episode is pretty cool, and I've seen quite a few of them. And it's one of those ones, if you watch it on YouTube, you'll get hooked on it, and you'll be back there for a long time. All right. Hey, if you're, I don't know if you've got a seat. Hopefully you're going to see us over at the PMTC conference. Here's all the information. Hey, folks. If you are a private motor truck council carrier, then you need to be at the PMTC conference. And even if you're not, you should be at the PMTC conference. That's right. So what's the PMTC, Private Motor Truck Council of Canada? They have their annual conference June 21st to 22nd to 23rd, 2023. It's in Hamilton, Ontario this year at the Hamilton Convention Center, and that's by Carmen's. You can learn all about it at pmtc.ca. Right now, they've got member pricing and non-member pricing, and I got to tell you, this year that you can stay at the Sheraton Hamilton Hotel. They've got lots of stuff coming up. We are looking forward to it. We've been part of this conference for the last few years, and I got to say, it is one of the best conferences going on in our industry. So where do you learn more? At pmtc.ca. Check it out, Private Motor Truck Council of Canada. If you are a private carrier or somebody who wants to work with private carriers, you want to be in this room. They've got awards, they've got seminars, they've got a trade show, and they've got all kinds of stuff for you. So we'll see you there. We're going to be in Hamilton, and you're going to be there too, hopefully. June 21st to 23rd, 2023. Go to pmtc.ca. See you later. All right, and now, of course, that's part of our Lead Pedal 1000 tour. That'll be stop number 3. Stop number 1 was Expo Cam, Quebec. Stop number 2, we were at Chrome Supply Warehouse on June 7th, and this will be our third one here for the month of June. So look for our Lead Pedal. We got over 10 stops included, so hopefully we'll see you there. Hey, if you want to check out that pilot in tandem, May 8th, 1974, you can go and check that out, and then you can watch the rest of Movin On. All right. Hey, you know what? Make sure you follow us. Thanks, everybody, for getting us to Lead Pedal 1000. We want 1,000 photos. Take a picture of you with the number 1,000 in it and put it up on our Facebook page, and let us know that you're supporting the show. We really appreciate all of our sponsors, fans, listeners, and people who just network with us to make things better. We really appreciate that. Hey, follow all of our programming. The best way to do that is on our socials, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and you can find me on LinkedIn. And you can see all the stuff coming out from the shows, different Lead Pedal 1000 tours, all of that stuff coming up real quick. All right, my friends, hopefully we'll see you at PMTC. Take care. Bye for now.
This has been another episode of the Lead Pedal Podcast. For more information or to subscribe to the podcast, visit theleadpedalpodcast.com and be sure to follow the podcast on Facebook and Twitter.